Good afternoon, Nepal. Everybody watching us today. Of course, going to have a very productive session because we have got a great university from the UK. As you can see on the screen, I have a great personality joining me here today, Miss Jaishree Chaturvedi. If I'm pronouncing pretty well, I'm sorry if
That's
it's
quite
not too good.
traumatic.
And she's very bold, very smart, and then very friendly, and yet very helpful lady in the industry. And many people know about her and for her support to the international students who would like to come and continue their high studies in the UK, and before that, of course, like advise them to select the best one. And of course, you are excited about getting more information about the University of Bradford. The good news is, our agency, Bradford, has got the same name as the University of Bradford, and this is our great pride to have this opportunity. And it is very rare for any company, I guess, in the world. And we have this opportunity. Thanks, Jaishree and team. Welcome to the event today, Miss Jaishree.
Thank you, Pavan. Thanks for hosting us. It's absolutely my pleasure to interact with our Nepalese applicants and students who are interested in studying in the UK at the University of Bradford. So thanks for organizing this session. Look forward working with Bradford, and as you said, we acknowledge the fact pride as well,
Mhm.
sharing the common name. It's very rare. I have not met any agency so far across the regions where we are sharing the names. So it's something we both cherish. And yeah, I look forward for the session today.
Absolutely. And I see like good number of viewers joining us now, and they have just started, and we would like to encourage many more viewers to join us today. This show absolutely going to be very productive for you if you are thinking about studying in the UK. And we have, because we have like great program design, like in a sense, like we have the presentation by Miss Jaishree, who is the regional manager for South Asia and Indonesia for the University of Bradford, a very distinguished university in the UK. If you have heard about great programs, like which comes under, I think, 3 or 4 programs on the top 10 UK list. So this would be very beneficial for you. I would say the programs like Internet of Things, which is very new, big data, and security, cyber security, AI, game and animation, nursing, public health, engineering courses like chemical, which is one of the top program at the University of Bradford, mechanical, civil, structural engineering. There's so many programs that you'll be interested in. So without any delay, I would like to welcome once again to Ms. Jaishree Chaturvedi, who is the regional manager for South Asia and Indonesia at the University of Bradford, and she is based in Dubai, handling all the application from our region as well as other countries as well. Thanks to your support, and thanks for this opportunity to us, Ms. Jaishree. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thanks, Pavan. So I'll start with our presentation. I wouldn't too long, but I'm happy, Pavan, if you want to interact during the session, especially with my presentation, if you feel there's anything we need to, address more in terms of, that might be of interest to our prospects in Nepal, please feel free to do so. Hello, everyone. I am glad to be here in presenting our amazing city and the University of Bradford to you all today. Before I start, I understand, when everyone in South Asia dreams about going to the UK, it's more about going to the Londons. I just want to let you know, we are not based in London. We are based in a city called Bradford. And today I'm going to give you an introduction of the city as well to you all. If you see my screen, this is where Bradford is based. On the map of the UK, we are right located in the center of the UK, and I'll say at heart of the UK. In terms of our location, we are very close to cities like Manchester and Leeds, and you can travel from Bradford anywhere in the UK or in Scotland in maximum 3 hours time. So in terms of connectivity, you would be having connectivity throughout the region while based in Bradford. As a city, Bradford has everything to offer: art, culture, theatre, music, sports, you name it. You are going to have everything at your doorstep from the university. Bradford has been known for its diversify, demographics. We have more than 130 languages spoken in the city. Bradford has been ranked as the fastest growing youth population in the UK. So you are looking at a youth city, all right. When you have young population in the city, it leads to a lot of development. We are also looking forward, Bradford last year in 2019, a year before, has been ranked as the UK's most improved city. You have a lot more businesses or multinationals coming and opening up their head offices, their operations in the city of Bradford. It is also known as the curry capital for
Wow.
quite a few years. So if you fancy food, then definitely Bradford would be a place where you will definitely enjoy the food, and from multi-cuisine restaurants across the city, and I'll share more that how many opportunity things you have just at the doorstep of the university.
Absolutely.
Moving on to the University of Bradford, and definitely this is something which we take pride on, that Bradford is one of the oldest universities in the UK, established in 1832 as Mechanics Institute, and then in 1966 it became the University of Bradford. It got a university title, so it's one of the oldest universities you will have. We have on campus 130 nationalities, so that is a kind of diversified university you are looking at. And if you're looking forward to get that multicultural experience, Bradford is the right destination, I would say. We have known as leaders in the industry because we are innovators. We have a lot of first titles with us. We are the first university-based business school in the UK. We are not only the first, but we are also a triple crown business school in the UK. We are the first university for university center for the study of peace. Until today, we are one of the largest in the world. We are University of Bradford became the first university of century, fostering culture of welcome and inclusion for asylum seekers and refugee. And very recently, last year in 2020, University of Bradford was nominated as the University of the Year for Social Inclusion. What does
Yeah.
that mean for our international audience is that we do not only claim and have the diversity, but we do appreciate students irrespective of their backgrounds and are supported to achieve their potential and go on to achieve success. So if you feel if you feel that I want to go abroad, but I still want to be felt as a close-knitted society, that's where you get in Bradford. These are just a few pictures of our campus. It's an outstanding, massive, big campus. We are a city campus, so this is where we are. So if you can see, it's a massive, big premises. It's a city campus. That means that it's based in the city center. So if you look at the map where I'm highlighting. If you come from this particular exit of the university, this is the city center. So it's literally like 5 minutes walking distance. So this is a street which leads to the city center. It is full of international multi-cuisine restaurants, shopping. Anything you need is right across the street for you. So the students are living on campus. They are having everything at their doorstep. Moving on, because we have one big premises, we are having all our courses being taught on this campus. In terms of opportunities, students doesn't even get chance to interact with the courses or the classmates they have opportunity to interact with the complete student base on the university campus. At the same time, if you'll see on this premises, we have everything. We have
Uh,
accommodation, we have student
excuse,
center.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I am not sure, if the slides moving forward or not. We still stuck on the first one. Um,
Okay. Uh,
mm,
are they moving now?
yeah, I could see at number 8 slide. Is that
The map,
what you are? Yep, the map.
all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I just
How about,
got noticed.
can you see the slides moving? Or still on 8?
Yeah, like it was stuck at the first one before, but now
Sorry,
I
can
can
you
see
see
it
it
is
now?
moving.
It's slide 9?
Yeah, I can see at the ninth one. Yep, it's
All
good now.
right.
All right.
All
Thank you.
right. Thanks for letting me know, Pavan. So it's talking about the campus, that on one campus, you have everything you need for our students. Um, we do always, when we're looking forward to study abroad as a student, as a prospect, we always look at the academics and the curriculum. But one advice I would like to give to all my international prospects is that um, you are going to be on campus for a year, so there are other things also you need to and like explore in. Like the most important part is the campus life. And at University of Bradford, we have a proper sports center. We have more than 100 plus active societies and clubs for students to be part of. We do play more than 25 sports professionally on campus, so that's an opportunity for you to learn a new sport. And if you do something like just play on it, you can also play for University of Bradford if you're good at something. We have our student central, where we have student union, we have cafes, bars, social space, library for our students, and these facilities, most of them, especially like library, they're open 24 hours for our students on campus. We have music center, we have theater on campus. Apart from that, as I mentioned earlier, we do have our student accommodation as well. So just want to highlight, we are the only UK university which provides guaranteed accommodation for all our international students for throughout the year. So most of the universities you'll meet, they do offer that, but it's only for the first semester. But our accommodation is for throughout the year, and it is very affordable. It ranges between £86 to £108, depending on the kind of accommodation you're opting for. But you have outstanding student accommodation right on campus for you. And if you wish to stay off campus, we also help you in finding accommodation outside the campus. In terms of safety, it's extremely safe to be on campus in the city of Bradford. We have our accommodation safe and secure. We do have, we appreciate all the faith. So we do have prayer rooms, quiet rooms available on campus in an accommodation. It's very well, monitored. We have CCTV cameras across. We have security and emergency services located on campus throughout, the clock. So if you are looking at the safety and security of yourself while traveling abroad and while in the UK, definitely you can leave that worry on us. Coming to the academic bit, University of Bradford, we offer more than 200 plus courses across our 4 faculties. So we are doing courses in the field of engineering and informatics, health studies, life sciences, management, law, and social sciences. So more or less, if you're looking forward to study any particular course, very likely we will be having it. I'm not going to bore you guys with the full list of courses, but as Pavan mentioned earlier, that we do have courses in all the top fields. So to start with engineering, we're having chemical, mechanical, civil, construction, biomedical, artificial intelligence, film media. We do have a lot of engineering courses, and as you know, these are engineering courses are lab-based courses, so we have outstanding labs on campus. Similarly goes with the health studies. We have state-of-the-art facilities. We have recently invested £10 million in the building to get the fully equipped clinical wards, physiotherapy rooms, fully functional X-ray suits, to ensure if students are studying the courses like Masters in Public Health or Leadership in Health and Social Care, nursing, physiotherapy, they do get that right practical exposure from the labs while studying these courses. Moving on to the life science courses, again, we have different schools in the Faculty of Life Sciences. So we have Institute of Cancer Therapeutics, which run courses like Cancer Drug Discovery, Cancer Pharmacology. We have Center for Pharmaceutical Engineering Science, or Bradford School of Pharmacy, where students have opportunity to learn courses related to pharmacy. We are having Optometry, School of Optometry, so you can learn or get a degree in optometry from the school. So we're offering a wide range of courses, but we also have some niche courses like forensic science or crime scene investigation, archaeology, to add to that group. Next, coming to the Faculty of Management Law, as I mentioned, that we have our business school, one of the first university-based business school in the UK, triple accredited business school. We also have law, Faculty of Law to run the courses in various aspects, commercial law, criminal law. We have our School of Social Sciences, which teaches subjects like international relations, politics, psychology, international development, or international relations. So we have a very wide range of courses being taught at the University of Bradford. And as Pavan mentioned earlier, that many of our courses are top ranked. I'm going to speak in a bit the reasons why our courses are top ranked and how we differentiate our degrees at University of Bradford. But before we could do that, I just want to also add that if our students are not meeting the course requirement for undergraduate studies, or if they fail to get or achieve the right scores needed for pre-session, for in English qualification like Ielts or TOEFL exam, we do have our foundation courses and pre-sessional courses for those students as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is very specific, and I know you all have been waiting for this, to know the entry requirement to study at University of Bradford. If you have started your first degree or your high school in Nepal, these are the entry requirements. So if you're looking forward to study undergraduate degree at University of Bradford, we want you to come with your 12th grade from Nepal with minimum 70%. So it ranges between, the requirement ranges between 70% to 80%, depending on the course you are opting for. Similarly, if you are looking forward to study at the postgraduate degree at University of Bradford, we want you to come with bare minimum 50%, but there are only very few courses which requires 50%, but most of the courses ranges between 65% or above. So you need to finish your bachelor's degree cumulative of 65% or above. In terms of Ielts requirement, most of our courses, Ielts requirement is overall 6 bands, no less than 5.5 bands in each subsection. And we also accept TOEFL, PT, these tests in addition to Ielts. So if you're planning to do TOEFL or PT, you can go ahead with it, and those courses would be accepted at the University of Bradford. Moving on, when you're submitting your application, we would be needing, of course, your academic documents. But in addition to that, we want you to come with your one recommendation letter and a personal statement. If you're a mature student with certain years of work experience, then we would recommend you to add a copy of your CV with your application as well. Each course has a different course requirement, and I'm going to leave this link later on, but we do accept students coming with the gap years. We do accept students coming with the backlogs or corresponding degree, elongated bachelor's degree, or we also accept students for the year 2 entry through credit transfers. So if you feel your application is not straightforward, if you want, you can definitely get in touch with the Bradford team or get in touch with us, and we would be happy to help you and guide you further in assessing your eligibility for the course. This is the most important thing, that our next intake is coming in September, starts early September, and the following intake would be in January, starting early January as well. So this is the right time if you're looking forward to start your degree in September or January. Start working on your application. The last deadline date to accept the deposits for September intake would be in August, mid-August. So you have to make sure that earlier you apply, the better chances of acceptance you will have at the university. Mm-hmm. This is again something I want to speak about today while we are talking about upcoming teaching, because the COVID updates on campus, as you must be aware that we have a roadmap towards unlocking in the UK. However, at this point in time, we are focusing on the blended learning. So until 26th of March, we're having all the teaching done online, exempted for certain lab-based programs, but we are hoping that we would be able to go back on campus with full capacity anytime soon, before the course commences in September. However, Even if not, then we are already doing it. Just if we are looking forward for courses and you want to be in the UK, please apply at Bradford. We welcome you on campus. Services are still open for all our international students. So if you're looking at the library, if you are looking at the student counseling or mental well-being, student support services, we are there for you on campus. However, we do not encourage the social gathering on campus at this point in time, and gym and sports remain suspended until further notice. But if you're looking forward for academic resources on campus, our students have access to that. Coming to the tuition fee, most of our tuition fee ranges between £17,000 to £21,000, depending on the course. The lab-based courses are always on the higher end as compared to the courses, non-classroom-based teaching courses. So that's the tuition fee range. However, we do offer an amazing scholarship to all our Nepali students. If you're coming from Nepal, you get a scholarship of £5,000 straight away tuition fee waiver on the basis of your nationality. And that's one of the highest scholarships we have on, offered at University of Bradford. So please feel free to put in your application, and there's no additional application needed if you were looking forward to apply for the scholarship. I have taken too much of time already, Pavan, so I'll say that I'm going to keep this on hold for a bit. We will be able to cover most of these things during our Q&A session. So I'll leave the slide here, but happy to address few questions before we go to the next section.
Absolutely, and it was a wonderful session. And as always, I'm excited to hear from you. That's more interesting things about coming to Bradford University, and then get a campus life experience and be a great career maker, post graduation. You can always get a benefit of being a Bradford alumni, graduate from Bradford, and get to the companies that you always desire for. And you talked about those great programs, because you cannot see such programs like Internet of Things, those new programs, AI. All these are quite of a high demand across the globe. So you study at the University of Bradford in the UK, and you can move to the whole world stays career wise. So that means you are up to date, and you are offering that best career oriented and industry design programs to the international students. And I'm very glad to share this information together with you to our future students who are watching us now and in the recorded version as well. Thanks for that. And about the accreditation, of course there is no issue at all. Bradford being a public university, I don't think that's an issue here. You are talking about the companies, so I think that's important right here. If you can, if you
definitely.
Can.
So as you will see on my screen, Pavan, we are one of the universities where most of our courses are professionally accredited. So if you will have a look at these courses, we are accredited related to the field. So if you're looking forward to do a degree, say for example, in human resource management, of course you get a degree from triple accredited business school, but at the same time you have an opportunity to get your CI PD accreditation there as well. So most of our courses accredited from the top recognizing bodies at University of Bradford.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another thing I would definitely like to add to what you have just mentioned before, when you're looking forward for the connection in the industry, I just want to highlight that we are a public university. So, and we're the only public university based in West Yorkshire. We do have our students have opportunity to work part-time during the course, that legally 20 hours during the week, 40 hours when they are on break per week. It gives an opportunity for them to like, when I say part-time jobs, that's a time availability you have, and that's a legality you get by studying at a public university. So it's an opportunity for students to get some practical exposure during the time. It can be in the form of internship, it can be in the form of project works, but that's something which is practical for our students studying at University of Bradford. Another thing I want to highlight is that we do have a dedicated career services team on campus for our international students. So students do have opportunity to work in closely with our career services team, and that's done throughout the year. So career services team starts working with our students from the very first month onwards of the course. They help them in identifying the right industry for them, right, the right kind of jobs for them. They start helping them with getting their CVs done, start preparing them for the interviews. In the UK, if you're looking forward to applying for the job opportunities, you have to go through a lot of written exams, credibility exams, so psychological test or psychometric assessments. Our career services team helps our students throughout the process. So
Nice.
that's what we do. We're having our statistics that 94% of our graduates find opportunities within 6 months of time. So that is what we are looking at. The one of the key way how we identify, distinguish our students from graduates any other university is couple of things. So while studying at University of Bradford, you do not only get a degree. We help you in getting the professional certifications done, like project management or ACCA or CIM. We help you getting those professional certifications done. You can learn one international language during your course on campus, and of course, as I said, we encourage our students to get some practical exposure during the course, either in the form of internship, part-time jobs, or placement options throughout the year. So by the time you're graduating, you're just not graduating with a degree. You're graduating with a degree with professional experience, professional certification, and of course, enhanced linguistic capabilities. And that is how we are differentiating our graduates from any other graduate from any other university in the UK.
Great.
Yeah, so that's kind of a summary of why students should be studying at University of Bradford.
Great. Like you just mentioned, students not only getting the degree from the university, rather they would get the support from the professionals. They are their people would be supporting them, even preparing them for the job interviews, helping them with their resume, making a good one, preparing them in every step. So that means it's very good care about any students future a career when somebody wants to work at a company. Of course, those people would be of great support in that scenario. Yeah, thanks to those services there at the university.
Pleasure. I just want to also know, as an international student, Pawan, when students are going abroad, and I'm talking about usually undergraduate students or master students who have just graduated. That's the first time they are stepping away from home. That's the first time they are alone in a new country. So just want to ensure you all that at University of Bradford, we understand that, and we help you. We actually provide the hand holding for you from end to end. Once I appreciate we do have partners like Bradford Global who are based in Nepal, and they'll help you throughout your application process, your visa process. They will support you while you are in Nepal, but once you come to Bradford, we take over that responsibility, and we have dedicated teams who helps you throughout the process. We have our visa team. They'll help you in getting your visa done along with Bradford Global. Once your visa is done, we have accommodation team. They'll reach out to you. They help you in booking your accommodation. Once you land in the UK, we do provide airport pickups for our international students. That's all free of cost, all right? The only thing you pay to the university is the tuition fee. Everything else we are speaking about, that's part of your tuition fee, all right? So you do not pay extra money to that. But if you are our student ambassadors, pick you up from the airport once you are in the UK. in the non-COVID scenarios or in the ideal situations, we do have orientation week. It's a party week throughout the week, where we give you an opportunity to meet your new friends, get to know the city. We take you out for the city tours. We take you out on excursions. We go to a point where we literally take you out for the shopping, for your bedding, for your utensils, to ensure that you are settling well in the city. We have dedicated counseling teams. So if
Mhm.
you're homesick, come and speak to us.
Mhm.
We are having student ambassadors from all the nationalities. So if you are missing Nepal, we'll connect you with other Nepali students on
Right.
campus. So we do help you throughout the your journey. We it's just that you have to take the first step and then just leave the rest on us.
I think that is a great support to any international students, because like even if you are traveling other countries or other new places, absolutely, like going to the university where you are like focusing more on your further studies, and you don't know like many people there, and then you see people from different parts of the world, and like even like sometime you may hesitate to talking to the university people, even the professor, but like you have somebody to guide you through, like to just hold your hands and like take you to the right department, right places, and then getting familiarized, like your familiarization, like time, even like getting them to the football stadium, maybe like when there is like a chance, and even like to the theater, or like to the local restaurants, and mingle in them with like mixing them with the like students from other parts of the world. So that means like it's a great support, because that way the students should not be feeling lonely, because I see like on one hand they're away from home, and of course they start like missing their home, and if there's somebody like taking care of them that way at the university, of course like they will make a new home to the university. So that is a great support that I always admire of any universities, and I'm glad that Bradford University of Bradford has got that support to their students. Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah. Anything else? Do you want to go to the Q&A for now, Pawan?
Sure. Yeah, thank you for this wonderful presentation, Ms. Jaishree. And it's always great to hear about the university from your side. And it's a pleasure to be working with you for our students. And yes, like I just want to pop up the information here. I'm not sure, like more about UK University. Hope like you got the information about today's special presentation by the University of Bradford by our guest, Ms. Jaishree. Please, okay, he got the second question here. He is interested about MBA, so it could be about the tuition or like the entry requirement. Like, what is it about?
So we do have master's courses. So we have masters in international business and management. We have masters in management. We also have courses like if you're looking forward for particular field or specialization in business management, we do have those courses like marketing, digital marketing, and strategic marketing, HRM, finance. So student can opt in for any of those courses. The entry requirement would be, as I said, 65% in the bachelor's degree cumulative of all the years from Nepal, and English language requirement would be overall 6 months, no less than 5.5.
Great. It's one of the like top programs at the University of Bradford, and I guess like you have online learning for MBA program as well, right? That's
We
right.
have the distance MBA, yes.
Okay, great. So a few more questions coming up, and we'd like to hear from you, dear viewers, the students, and like parents or guardians who are watching us live now. And of course, this is with an idea to support you in regards to your study plan in the UK, because you need to know what you want to do in the UK as a student, and second thing is where you want to go, and the most important thing on top of that is like what program and where is best to like start with. So if you think University of Bradford is the best place for you to study your study career, like choosing any programs, like getting the application through, and like knowing about any other stuff, including tuition, entry requirements, the scholarships offer, so on. like you are welcome to meet with any of our counselors at our New Banesar office. We'll be happy to help you, guiding you through every steps. First, we want to make sure, like, you are applying to the right university with the right program, and you are getting in touch with the university officials. Like, we have Miss Jaishree and her team, who are very dedicated and very prompt with their communication. That means very supportive team and the university itself. All right. So in the meantime, okay, I would like to welcome you. Like, if you have just joined and wanna put any questions here, or like drop any question here, please feel free to access any question. It's completely about helping you guys. We want you to grab this opportunity for as much information as you want. All right. So just before I want to take another question, see, some students were asking us about the prolonged, the lockdown currently like imposed by the UK government. I know, like, this is going to be eased over the months. By the end of June, the UK government has four stages lifting up. So how does it look like before the new session starts in September at
I'll be very honest with you. Like, we are one of the very few universities in the UK where, even like, for our previous September 2020 intake of January 2021 intake, Pawan, we have been focusing on blended learning, where we are delivering certain lectures online, and like, the lab based courses where labs are essential for students to carry on their coursework. They have been coming on campus in very small batches, and of course we are having a few of our departments and colleagues on campus already. However, student needs to be in the UK, so we are not delivering sessions for students who are not done with the visa or are in the home country. So for last year or so, when the situation was not really good, we have still encouraged our students to come to UK, and we are having our students coming from worldwide to Bradford and studying online, or like, blended learning, teaching on campus. In terms of how we're doing pretty good, like being a public university, we are ensuring that the testing is done for all our students and employees on campus. So we are supporting them with getting their groceries done. So as I said, like, we do have student accommodation on campus. So if students are needs to go through lockdown, or there is all, like, 14 days quarantine for students coming from certain parts of the world. So if student comes, and they do have an option to quarantine on the student accommodation, and then we support them with everything needed. So we have been very proactive, I would say, in providing that support to our international students.
All right. So the situation is not that bad as we, often get to hear about, like, just lockdown, because maybe, like, people were going through that lockdown period in the country like Nepal or India or other countries, and the life was tough, like, during the lockdown, because you were not supposed to get out of house and then, like, go for the places. But now the things have improved, even in Nepal and India. Like, now we can walk around, we can, like, like, do our errands, like, we can go to work, like, in the schools. So that way, I think, like, it is eased to that extent. But when you talk about UK, you might just hear lockdown. But like, I just popped up the information here, like, they have different stages, like, beginning next week, like, schools are going to open, on this step one process on 29th March. You have, like, six people or two house walls can, like, gather together. And next step would be like 12th of April. That means like non-essential retail, like, they could even like hospitality outdoors open, means like restaurants, like business hotels could be opening also. And on the 17th May, like outdoor or social contacts, these are, like, extended, like, another version, like, that helps people like, get back to normalcy, let's say normal life, like gradually this way. And as you see, by the end of June, the UK government plan to, lift this lockdown off. And because the distribution of vaccine, like, the vaccine rollout process is also speeding up. and that means even these international students are going to get the vaccine, which is a great news for everybody who wants to go to the UK as a student. So I think this is a great uh, plans that are easing the lockdown. What do you think?
See, again, like we've all faced the situation, like where, like situation has got much better as compared to
Mhm.
where we were in, last year, February, March, where none of us knew what's happening, and like
Right.
in the worldwide lockdown, things are getting better. Like I live in Dubai, and like just with the vaccination drive and at the pace at which it's taking place, things have started to look better. And again, one of the assurance we have we are willing to give to all our international students is that once you come to the UK, once you come to the university, you are our responsibility, and we are doing everything to ensure student safety. We are having all the precautions taking place on campus. We are doing tests for our all international students and academics and employees who needs to be on campus to ensure the safety. You have sanitizers placed everywhere on campus. Like it's like once you are there, you don't need to worry about these things. Like I understand many parents, especially from South Asia, they're very hesitant in sending their child abroad. So especially to those parents, I want to say that your child is our responsibility if you're
Yeah,
choosing
like
us.
definitely, you are making sure that our students are on the right hands, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for making sure of that. So as you can see, like international student support, I think Deepa, thanks for the question. And I guess we already mentioned about the student support. Once they are at the airport, like right from the airport, to the university, and for the days, the starting days, they will be taking care of the students like a very good care, so they won't feel like they are left out. That way, like they will get to their class, and then easily like cope up with the new challenges as an international student, so that makes them easier.
We do
Or
help, like, our students with many things, like counseling services. We have academically personal tutor options available. We have peer-to-peer teaching. Say, for example, if you are not keeping up to expectations, if you need additional support in academics, you can always get in touch with your personal academics tutors. We have dedicated career services team. We have language services department. So we have, like special services for this, like disability services. So
okay,
anything you can think of, we have a dedicated department taking care of our students. So we do provide students, international students. We have international student union. We have international societies and groups for students to be part of, so that you don't feel like left out in a new country. But I can tell you, if you are coming to Bradford, you will not feel you're away from home. You will still
okay,
have that
that's great
warmth
news.
and culture there.
Okay, absolutely. Thanks for making sure of that, and absolutely that helps. Next question by Mithila Giri about the international scholarship. We have heard from you just now, 5,000 pound, which is a great amount if you compare to Nepalese currency. It's a decent amount. That really gonna help the students and their parents or the sponsor about paying to the university as a tuition. So, on what basis are you offering that scholarship?
Uh, Pawan, that's on the basis of nationality, as I
Okay,
mentioned
great.
earlier. So if you are a Nepalese national,
Student,
you
okay.
get that on the basis of your nationality. There is no additional requirements for that. You don't need to do any
Okay.
additional forms or process for it.
It's
You
automatic.
just, once you submit your application, we look at your nationality, we look at your passport, and then it's automatically processed.
How easy. Thanks for that provision to our students, Jaishree. Thanks, Mithila. And I think a little bit about self isolation. When you arrive,
Yeah.
I uh, I think you are assigned to a designated facility for some days, like 3 days, or what is it like?
So when you talk about self-isolation, it's not for every country. Again, it keeps
Mhm.
on changing as well. So
Right.
at the point in time, if you're coming from Nepal, you have to self-isolate for 15 days. 14 days of quarantine is mandatory for students coming from South Asia. And as I mentioned earlier, you do have an option to self-isolate on university campus accommodation. So once you get your visa, if you decide to do that, you have an option that you can book your accommodation on campus for 14 days, and then we help and support you there with your self-quarantine, with your isolation.
Great. Thanks, Murari. I have next question about nursing is the nursing is highly demanding program for the country like Nepal, India, and other South Asian countries, and also the healthcare sector is booming. There's a big demand for nurses, health workers, including doctors. So what do you think University of Bradford gonna occupy? Have those capacity to welcome all the international students do the nursing?
Definitely, we do have seen the influx of applications when it comes particularly to courses related to health studies and life sciences, particularly to health studies. And the courses we offer at master's level is definitely international nursing. We have courses like masters in public health, leadership, in health studies. So those are the courses where we're seeing the influx. And yes, we do have the capacity. However, as compared to the influx, we cannot guarantee admission to every student coming in, and it's 100% on first come and first serve basis. And that is the whole reason, Asmita, that we recommend our students to put in their application as early as possible. You have to give yourself certain months of time to prepare everything. Once you put your application, you within 2 weeks time we get back to you with the decision. But your actual journey starts once you get the decision. You need to sort out your finances, you need to sort out your visa. The process in itself is tedious, it's time consuming. So yes, we do have courses in international nursing. We do have capacity to get most of the international students accommodated, but you have to put in your application at earliest.
Yeah, that's the great advice. First come first serve basis. That means a very holistic approach in regards to your admission by the university team. Jaishree and her team would be very happy to process your application once they are received. In a complete order, you have everything in order. So that helps them to make a decision about your admission. And we at Bradford Global definitely gonna help you with the list of documents that you would require before making an application. And of course, when making the application at the University of Bradford, would be making sure that you are meeting all the criteria as we know about their entry requirement, or we'll check with them and then start the process. And dear viewers, I know there is a big demand. Many students are already processing with us for nursing programs at our agency. We'd be happy to help you make an application to the University of Bradford. By the way, University of Bradford receives so many applications for this program, and then Jaishree just mentioned, you need to be very smart, making application right now if you're ready, and that way it helps you to get a decision from the university. Thanks, Asmita. I think we talk about the child racing. Okay. We have a few more questions, 3 or 4 more, Jaishree.
That's fine.
And we welcome a few more questions, asked here as well. Um, Manju has asked, what will happen if I can't take my academic qualification? Or that means if you are still waiting for your final transcripts from the college, please make it clear if you are watching right now. That will help. So what if Jaishree?
The overview, Pavan. So say for example, if you are about to take your final year examination in May, June, you can still start with your application. So you can put your application with all the other documents you have, and then at this point in time, we will be issuing you a conditional offer. All right, the conditional offer letter will state whatever things are pending. Say, for example, you might not have your Ielts score ready at this point in time, so your condition would be your application or offer would be valid if you meet the Ielts requirement of overall 6 bands, no less than 5.5 bands. Or if you don't have your final year bachelor's course yet, it would be pending on your final graduation certificate. What happens with that is, you get the offer letter, you can accept the offer letter, you can freeze your seat. All right, so it gives you an assurance that, all right, now my exam, my admission is secure. So that's something you can do without having a full document. However, we will only start with your visa process once you have unconditional offer letter. That means that you have met the condition on your conditional offer letter. It can be academic, it can be as petty, small as your pending reference letter. But you get that opportunity that you're able to secure your admission. As I said, every university has very limited seats for courses. For example, nursing, if you are having 120 seats available, you can't wait until July, August, because by then other students would have confirmed their seat and you will miss on the opportunity. So that's why I said earlier that start your application process early. Of course, you know what is expected of you, and then you can spend your time in meeting those requirements. Another aspect of this question can be that my entry requirement was 60%, but I finished my bachelor's degree with 59%. What happens with it? All right. So
Okay.
in those cases, as I said, for undergraduate students, if you don't meet the entry requirement, then we move on to your application towards the foundation courses.
I
So
see.
you will do the foundation course followed with your bachelor's degree. When it comes to your not meeting the English eligibility requirement, say for example, the requirement is 6 bands, you did do your exam and you scored only 5.5 bands overall, you do have choice. If you're doing it in a timely manner, you would be having time to redo your test. However, if you're not one of those lucky ones where you have the opportunity in to redo the test, we offer you the pre-sessional courses. So depending on how low you are, you can start your course with pre-sessional English with us, follow to your bachelor's or master's degree. So we do provide you options, but however, we do recommend you that start your application early. You give yourself sufficient time to finish your process in a smooth fashion. You don't want to make it tiring and exhausting when you are running to get your finances sorted, where you have like 2 months time to finish everything. This is ideally a good time. Like you start with March and April, and then you will have a couple of months to go through the entire process. But we do support you with your academic qualifications. If you fail to do that, we do have a couple of options we can support you with.
Yeah, the bottom line is if you have less academic percentage, then you still can start from the foundation program leading to the bachelor's, or let's say UZ undergrad, or if you have required academic background, of course you want to get into one of those programs directly, or let's say as a direct student. If you are waiting for any test score IELTS or such, you still can start your application, because those conditions can be made. You can submit those scores later on, but make sure that it will be timely, and you will be submitting it as soon as you can. So that way, you'll get into the program, and your decision will be also made. By the way, the UKVI has got a new policy about the visa policy. You can make your visa lodgement. Let's say you can lodge your visa, or let's make application to the High Commission, even within a 6 months period of time, right before the course start, which used to be just 3 months within the time. But now that means as soon as you get the offer, you can start your visa process right away.
From 15th March onwards, we are issuing the
Yep.
CAS. So practically from 15th March onwards, you can go to the UKVI, put your visa application there.
Yep. That's a great advice. Thank you, and hope it was a detailed answer to you, Manju. Thanks for your question. Asmita, again, here, okay, course available. There are so many things we discussed, of course. I just want to take one of your question here, requirements. See, we talked about the requirements, 50% for PG, postgraduate programs.
Actually,
Yeah,
50% onwards, but nursing it would be 65%.
65% for nursing. So one question on that regard. So it is the same IELTS requirement, like 6, not less than 5.5 per
No,
masters,
for
or was it?
nursing it's higher, it's
Okay.
6.5. So as I said, the course
Mm.
requirements are different. If
For
you
the
are looking
program.
for courses like
Mm.
nursing, the
Mm.
IELTS requirement is higher as compared to a course in international business or management.
Mm.
If you're studying engineering courses or medical sciences courses, the academic requirement are a little bit higher. So, for master's degree, it ranges from 50% to 85%, depending on the course. But on an average, most of the course requirements would be somewhere around 50 to 65%.
Right.
Nursing and public health are few of those exceptions with higher entry requirements.
Mm. So you said IELTS 6.5, not less than 6, or what is it like? Okay,
Yes, that's
great.
correct.
Okay. But again, it is like somewhere 7, not less than 6.5. But again, choosing Bradford, I think it is one good opportunity. Like if you got less IELTS score as well. So let's
And
take
we
that.
can also offer pre-sessional, so student
Okay.
doesn't need to worry about it. Like that's not the key breaker there. Like you need to attempt the
Okay.
English and
So the
leave till.
students, so the students from Nepal would be getting the pre-sessional English plus their major, right? Undergrad. Okay, that's a great option. Thanks. Thank you, Asmita. Hope you got to your questions answer. Of course, course available. I'll be sharing the links for you, and also if you just go back to the session, and take some time. I think Jaishree has presented very well about those programs under the faculty of engineering, business, like social sciences. So you'll get a list of them, and you'll be interested. I know you're talking about nursing. That would be a good way to get all the details again, and we don't mind giving you more details if you contact us directly. And we have Jackson Subedi. He's asking about computer engineering. I'm not sure if you got computer engineering, by the way. uh,
We do. We do have bachelor's in computer engineering, but for master's students coming from computer science background, we do have courses like master's in
big
cybersecurity,
data,
master's
big
in
data.
Internet of Things,
uh,
and master's in big data science and technology.
yeah.
Those are similar to what Jackson is asking for, so he can opt in for any of the courses.
Absolutely. So you're talking about GRE, GMAT, Jackson, which is not required for any
Yeah, for
most of
UK,
the.
that's not required. Like GRE
Mm,
and GMAT is sole requirement for business schools and institutes
yeah.
in the US and Australia.
Mm.
As a UK institute, we do not want you to come with a GRE or GMAT course.
How easy is that? So Jackson, of course, if you got your computing background, I believe you would find the various programs at the University of Bradford very interesting for you. Like we just mentioned to you, they got cybersecurity, the Internet of Things, which is brand new, as you might have heard about. Also about uh, what else, big data. Those programs are quite of demand worldwide. So if you could do some research on those programs, I believe that will be very helpful. And you may feel, you know, you may feel free to reach out to us at Bradford or directly to Ms. Jaishree. That way, we can figure out what works best for you. All right. Thanks for your question. And looks like that's the end of the questions here for you today. um, Besides all this, what else you want to suggest to our students from Nepal? Actually, I know you were in Nepal before pandemic. Let's say I remember you said sometime at the end of the third quarter of 2019, right? So you
Yes.
didn't spend much of time. You couldn't spend much of time during that time because you had plans in 2020, which is now impacted by this corona. So when do you see you coming to Nepal, and what is the suggestion at the moment to the students who are interested about studying the UK at Bradford?
Definitely. Before I go ahead with that, I just want to thank you for hosting this amazing session, Pavan.
You're very
It is absolute pleasure. As I mentioned to you at the start of my session, that I was in Nepal, and the kind of student interactions I had during the events I attended in Nepal was outstanding. I could feel the warmth and excitement, and students were keen to go abroad and to know more about studying in the UK. And I can't wait to be back in Nepal and experience that again. We're enjoying the virtual sessions, but definitely at some point in time, we miss that human interaction, physical interactions at the events. And yeah, we look forward to be in Nepal back soon, as soon as the lockdown process eases out, as soon as we're all safe to host those physical meetings. We will be back soon in Nepal. But in the meantime, we are glad to the partners like yourself who are supporting us with in supporting students in answering those queries, meeting them on behalf of the university. My message to the students who are looking forward to study in the UK or to study at University of Bradford, this is the right time. I understand many of you are thinking this is a good time with what's happening with the pandemic. You need to understand that all the economies will recover. Everything will go back to the normal, and we're already on the path of getting back to normal. So in 1 year is a good time to get your master's degree in the UK. And this is the opportunity, this time where you think things are slowing down, upgrade your skills, get your degrees done. And by the time economies are recovering, you would be ready. And that is what we do at Bradford. We make our graduates job ready. So join us, and we will ensure you that you are upgrading your skills. This is the good time to go for your next degree. We are offering outstanding scholarship to our international students. Take the opportunity. Yeah, this has never been before, and I can't guarantee it would be lasting for too long. This is considering the situation, where we are and now. We understand that you need that financial support, and we are providing that. University of Bradford, we do not have application fees. The only thing is, if you are serious, you need to go to Bradford Global Office, meet the colleagues, meet the counselors there, take their help. They'll support you with your application process. Even for the UCAS application, if you can save your application fee. If you apply through Bradford Global, you can go to their offices. If they work on your application, you do not need to pay the UCAS application fee. You can put the direct application from our office, partner offices. So start working on it. We will share some links with you at the end of the session in the chat box. So go through those links, do your research on the university. And at the same time, if you have any doubts, any queries at any point in time, feel free to get back in touch with me directly or with Pawan's team, and we are there to help you.
Absolutely. So what a great advice to our incoming, let's say, future students. And that's absolutely our pleasure to work with you and your team at the University of Bradford. And the pride that we both share is the name matches, and of course this is the great name. This is going to be a great name for our students. Welfare as well. We want to always serve our best to our students who have dreams to materialize of going to the UK and studying the best choice of the programs, and then be a graduate at the University of Bradford and get a better careers afterwards. And absolutely, this is the great time to start application, as we are now calling the application for September 2021 intake. And absolutely, this pandemic not gonna stay there forever, as you can see the time now. And 1 year back, things were uncertain, but now with the development of vaccines, we have Pfizer, we have Moderna, Johnson and Johnson now, and AstraZeneca, Covaxin, also in the process, and also Cobsil from India, or many countries are developing their own products so as to support the global population. That means we have a big hope coming on our way. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So there is nothing as we need to feel pessimistic, or let's say depressed about. Rather, we can challenge the situation and move further with our plans, and with the same principle, same hope. We are here together with the University of Bradford and ourselves, Bradford Global. And this is all about helping you more directly. And please feel free to meet any of our counselors at our office in New Banesar, in Putali Sadak, as well as in Pokhara. And I'm helping you from my place here in California. And you can see me like, how dedicated I am, like in seeing your progress as well. And definitely would be doing our best from every inch from wherever we are. And this will be our great privilege, like an opportunity to serve you better. Thanks, Jaishree, for your time. And I hope to see you next time with better and more, students' success stories to share with you on this platform, or the same kind. And more than that, like, we can't, together with my team, wait to see you in Nepal and doing the in-person, exhibition and fairs for our students.
Pleasure speaking. Thank you. Thanks for hosting us, Pavan. And yeah, good luck to everyone who has joined us today with your applications. And we look forward to welcome you all in Bradford soon.
Absolutely, I know wait to travel to the UK and like come and see your campus, and share that ground reality to our future students as well. Thank you.
Look forward. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye bye. Take care. Say hi to Carolina as well.
Definitely
All
take
right.
care.
Okay. Bye bye. Dear viewers, that was a great session by Miss Jaishree, who was the regional manager for the University of Bradford. And we definitely had such a list of, like, a big list of programs which are very demanding in the whole world. Like, you can talk about the Internet of Things, cybersecurity, AI, engineering, social work, nursing, so many like programs that you just, like, got to hear from us and watch us doing the presentation. Please let us know if you are ready to apply with us at the Bradford Global offices. Like, I have given the details about our contact and all. Please feel free to visit us, contact us at Omkar Building, Level 7, New Banesar Chowk, and we'd be happy to give you as many options for you as available. As you could see on our screen, like, there are so many popular universities from the UK that we are representing as their direct agency in Nepal. So we are the right place to to start your processing, and we are the right people to support you. So please feel free to come and meet with us and start your journey. All right. And as I'm signing off, I would like to announce about our next session, which will be on this Friday, that is 5th of March. And we'll have a Russell Group University named Queen's University Belfast. It is located in Northern Ireland, the UK. And it would be a great session. All right. And please do some research about the university if you want to know about the programs more in details, and hear from the officials from the university, the Queen's University Belfast, we call QUB. Please make your questions ready to ask the university representative. We'll be happy to answer with as much information as we can share with you. All right. And till then, this is me, Pawan Bista, the Managing Director at Bradford Global. Together with my team, Mr. Rabindra Gimire, who is the Director at the Bradford Global, Murari Subedi, the US and Canada Department, as well as Mr. Suvan Supredi for the UK Department, and Mr. Jackson Subedi, US, Canada, and special universities from the US, and all the ladies who are supporting like your files, your consulting, like Asmita, Deepa, Manju, and everyone at the office in Banesar, also in Putal Sadak, like Biso, Bhuvan. All the people are lovely people, and we all are working for the benefits of the students, and also Mr. Subhas Boril, and everybody who have joined us as their trusted, as our trusted partner. Let's say when I talk about the universities from the UK, the US, Canada, as well as Australia and New Zealand, we have a good number of institutions as a direct um, institution. We have been successfully placing the students to those universities per institution for how many? Now we're going to be celebrating our 15th anniversary this month. So there will be some special discount and services on for you. So please wait for that. Grab that opportunity, and we'll be happy to get things better for you. All right. Thank you, and stay safe. And thanks again for joining us today. We wish you a very good luck to the source of your programs and the university. We'd love to welcome you in our office anytime soon. Take care. Bye bye, and namaste.